there is this. I don't know her age. I don't know anything about this woman, and of course, I couldn't identify it because that would be breaking HIPAA. You know what I'm saying? And I would never do that to risk my job over anything. This video by MTR is this black woman. She's getting evicted because she's disrespectful in the way she talks to him. She's a narcissist and she's a liar. And this is exactly what happened to me and my son. It's the same thing. It's the lies for all these people. You know, when you share something about yourself and then you have these people coming at you and trying to twist it, you don't know me. So you need to shut up. Some of these people, what happened after the pandemic is that I think a lot of people's minds became screwed up. Literally, it changed people, or it just revealed who these people really were. It was so many of these videos of these 30 somethings declaring that their parents were toxic, right? When it was them that were toxic. That was the truth. It was them. It was they. They are the toxic ones. A lot of these 30 somethings, they are the toxic ones. I have this conversation with guys in my age group in the 50s. I have this conversation with guys all the time. How they no longer speak to their 30-year-old children anymore because they are they are the toxic. Their children are the toxic ones. Their children walk around thinking that we owe them forever, that we're supposed to put up with their nonsense forever, that it doesn't matter how many times. Listen, I got stories for days about how my son lied to me. You know, always about money, always thinking about how it's using somebody. So, you know, you get some asshole on here who doesn't know me and says, oh, blah, blah, but you don't know me, motherfucker. And you're probably just like the way he is, a liar, a user and an abuser, and you get tired of the bullshit. But he would tell people in the street that I'm just a mad evil person. No, I'm tired of your lying. I'm tired of your abuse, and I don't like the way you talk to me or your mother. It's the same thing. This black woman is getting put out by her black father because he's tired of everybody in the house is tired of her shit. She's sitting there recording him and putting this on the internet. If this is not the biggest level of disrespect ever. And the three sons, she's recording them too. And she puts this on her cold, well, you didn't, da, 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 da. Soulless narcissist. So getting back to what I was saying, you brothers better stop looking at fat asses. You better stop looking at this shit. I mean, there's this female comes into my job on a regular basis. She needs services, right? She's unemployed. She got a beautiful body. She got a fat ass. It's nice. I'd say she's every bit of maybe 120, and that ass is beautiful and it's perfect. And she's dark skinned and she's 5 foot something, and I would say she's every bit of 6.5 in the face and the body. She's gorgeous. Keep herself in shape. Her feet look good. Her toes look good. Her lips, everything. The woman is beautiful, right? But I've known her in the community, and she's every bit of a stuck-up narcissist. Seriously, right? She comes in the first time a couple of weeks ago. She lost her job, whatever. And she comes in the door like around 11:50, right before we have lunch. We have lunch at 12 o'clock every day. And so one of the other workers tell her, we won't be able to see you because what you need to be done is going to take more than 10 minutes. So you have to come back, right? You have to come back at 1 o'clock. She goes, ah, and she storms out of there, right? So she doesn't care about other people. She only cares about herself. These are major red flags, right? She's fine. I'm not going to lie. She's one of the few fine looking black women in my area. She's got a perfect ass. It's really amazing. Some days she wears that spandex and it's just wow, right? Shouldn't be doing that, but it is what it is. But she's a narcissist and she is an evil creature. This is who she is. If she's doing this in a public building, what do you think she's going to be doing with you? Right? So she comes back at 1 o'clock and she still has an attitude. You can see it on her face. Like nobody can tell her no. She has to be in her 30s and she's fine. I mean, I'm not going to lie. The toenails, the fingernails, her hair, she has no tattoos, no piercings. She's fine. I've seen her in the community for years. She's a fine little stuck up little bitch. That's exactly what she is. So she goes to this one worker, and well, which is her assigned worker, and she's got to fax stuff over to handle her case, right? So he tells her, I can hear it really clearly. He tells her, do you want to wait for the fax confirmation or do you want to leave and I'll just email you that the confirmation went through? And she goes, how long is it going to take? He goes, I can't tell you. Sometimes it's really fast. Sometimes it takes a while, maybe like 15 minutes. She goes, why does it have to take so long? Like, he already told you. I could send you the confirmation to your email. You don't have to wait. And she's so goddamn snooty all the time, man. She's snooty. I've been written her off. I've been written. Listen, I like looking at the body. She's fine. Her face, everything about this woman is a 6.5, but her attitude is so disgusting. And it remind me of this black woman who I know has to be long dead. This was my first job. And this black woman told me a long time ago that you got to watch she said you have to watch somebody for a year before you even date them. I said, wow, that black woman was cut. She was old back then. So I know she has to be dead. She was like, I think in her late 60s back then. And I was 19 on my first job. So I know she's gone, but she was so wise. And she told a lot of stuff she told me. I didn't understand what she was saying, but she was smart. And she said her first husband was really, he kept asking her out. And she told him straight up. She said, I'm going to watch you. I'm going to watch you in the community. She said, I'm going to watch your friends. I'm going to watch you, how you interact with your family. She was so wise. I never heard anybody talk like this before in my life. And before she finally said yes, she agreed to come over to his family's house. and have a dinner and everybody talk, and she got to watch his family. This woman was so beyond her years. I will never forget this woman. I think my brother knows her name because I worked at the same job as my brother, and he would know her name. And she eventually said yes after a year, and they made it to, I think she said 30 years of marriage before he passed on before her. And she said, "Brother, that's the way you do it." And she walked away. I was like, these are the conversations that I love, man. I was like, and I watched this. I'm not looking for anybody, but I watched this woman on my job, and and after 5 minutes, I knew she was toast, man. She's cooked, man. See, this is the power of older people pouring wisdom into your life, and you actually listening. You actually listening. That black woman that comes to my job, she is an 8-year-old in her mind. She doesn't like to wait. She doesn't like to be told no. She thinks that everybody's supposed to jump and kiss her ass like she's a fucking Disney princess. She's a bitch. This is who she is. And you brothers, you have to, what that song says, you can't fall for a big butt and a smile. You have to stop falling for a big butt and a smile, brother. I know we as men, we are sex driven. We are, man. A fat ass is a black man's kryptonite. It is. But we gotta, you have to snap out of this, man. You have to snap out of this because it's not worth it. If she's acting disagreeable coming into an office building, what do you think this woman is going to do when you have to deal with visitation with your child? It's going to be worse. She's going to deny you visitation with your child. She's going to turn your children against you. She's going to be lying at every single turn. So, I haven't even finished the video, MTR. That's it.